And before I come to that, you realize that this issue of families not giving their consent is not a new concept, even though it is very painful. And most of the time, it is coming from a place of love and protection. And some other times, it's because of some repressed or unresolved issues with the parents themselves.
Right.
For example, a parent will not allow the child to marry such and such a man because she is married to one, and sexually she feels that the person just pounds on her. And that is what I call Russia. Or Russia.
Russia.
Russia. Or Russia. Instead of taking time to prepare the lady so that she's ready, your wife, and then she's Russian. This is Russia. And the slow one is Slovakia. Slow, sir. Slovakia. Russia.
Countries Abim.
Abim. So you see, what we are saying is that the family plays an important role in this. And that one cannot be put aside because we are all coming from a family.
But what are some of the important roles that a family plays? So
you need the family to put their blessing on you. You see, we have what we call the authority. So you need your family to also give their authority to bless the marriage if you believe in that respect.
Right.
So it is important. And apart from that, you see, Rosie, it is not just about you marrying and living in your one corner. One day, you give birth, you need to go somewhere, you need a place to leave your children. There are issues in marriage. And who do you go to? You turn back to your parents. So in as much as we are saying, the law makes it very clear that you need the parents' consent when you are less than 18
or 21.
But then, after 21, you don't need the consent. You get it. So 18, you can marry. But then, if they don't give their consent and you are less than 21, you can't marry. So that's one. The laws of the state supports what they are doing.
Right.
You get it.
But when it comes to reality, now let's put the laws aside. Let's come to reality. Now, family says that, look, this particular person you are going for could be a problem one day. Hence, we don't want you to go and marry that person. And you made mention of the fact that they're doing it out of love. Now, counselor, in a state like that or in a situation like that, what do you do? Because maybe at that time you are blinded by love. All you see is the roses. You don't know what goes in details when we talk about marriage. So what do you do as an individual?
Is something you don't play with. If you are going to get married and even a mad person advise you, you don't play with it. That can't say, bisa, if you even go into the law, what they will tell you, they are preventing you to get married because they don't want you to get married and break down. But when you break down, it will affect our productivity, it will affect our work, everything. So people want you to get into the marriage and be safe with them. That's what God wanted. So in the process of this journey, and as people are giving you advice, it does not mean people hate you. That is one. Two, they want your safety, your future. So it's good for you to weigh all the advices, weigh whatever advice can, and look at your partner very well within that. Don't take rash decision. Laid back, take some time. This is a test for your relationship. If you're able to pass through the test, you qualify to go into the marriage. If you fail, let the relationship go off so that you go separate way, meaning that there's something else that could cause you trouble.
So are you saying that once the family says no, you should go ahead and say, you know what, I should let you go?
No, that's why I say weigh what the family is saying. They will have reasons. Some of the plenty reasons I've heard is some become trivial, like tribalism. Oh, you are from this tribe, and my grandfather or my uncle married from your tribe. This what happened.
But what might be trivial to you might not be trivial to somebody else.
So it's saying this based on someone assessing whatever. So the case is my partner, I am studying for marriage. This advice given to me, this point, they are pointing to me, these red flags. Do I see those red flags in my partner? what should he or she will do the same thing? Can we give ourselves time not to rush into the marriage? Maybe delay the marriage for 3 months, 4 months, or 6 months, just to steady ourselves towards that. If you're able to go through that, that's cool. See, if you're a good guy, you have to pass through a test. You are comfortable. If you are students who have learned so much, you have to face examination, you are comfortable. But when you're not comfortable, it means there's something wrong with you. So taking time off, weigh, and find out whether what is happening is going to be a problem, you should do it.
Right.
So I ask you that lay back, weigh, give yourself enough time to go through that test.
But in a situation whereby you have weighed all the options, Linda, and you have realized that, okay, I still want to go ahead with the marriage, and family says, if you go ahead with the marriage, we are washing our hands of you. Yes, their reason might be trivial to you at that time, okay, because obviously you might not be able to understand that person well. So you go ahead and you marry. Is that right or is wrong?
You see, we can't say that it's right or wrong. And this depends on the individual. What are the issues they are raising? Some of the issues, when you look at it, you realize that this one, you are not seeing it in your partner. You see, sometimes we are blinded by love, like you rightly said. Yes. Because, like we know, love is just 10%. The feelings and the affection and the mihuye miji, all those things are just 10% of the love. And when you go to school and you do an exams and you score 10%, it is a fail. So there is a greater part of love that is sacrifice, that is forgiveness, that is being able to, do the test of love. That is what we are calling the conflict. If by now your parents are saying A and you are on B, you cannot resolve this. In marriage, conflicts are the test in marriage. When we go to school, we go through tests and then we go ahead to the next class. In marriage, conflicts are the test that we saw. We have to go through in marriage.
You have to go through to make
so
it
before that,
one. Right.
If you are unable to go through this test, then how are you going to solve conflicts in your marriage? This is a conflict. Yeah. And I have something that I call seesaw marriage.
Which one is the seesaw marriage?
The seesaw.
You have terms, so came to Russia, Slovakia, seesaw. Which one is seesaw?
The seesaw marriage is the character, the behavior that you are seeing now, and you are not trying to resolve them because you are blinded by love. When you go inside and one day you say something and your partner removes the hand and then bang on your face, it is what you saw you are seeing. What you saw before the relationship, you are seeing now. So it is what? Seesaw marriage.
Seesaw marriage.
Yes. What you saw, you are seeing. Seesaw marriage.
But then, don't you always see certain signs in the relationship before you get into marriage? When you're courting, you definitely see certain signs.
You see.
And you still go ahead and you marry the person.
You marry the person. You see, but you are blinded by love. That is why they are pulling your attention to it.
Yeah, Counselor, you want to say something?
You see, the business of love, when I tell people, it has more to do with the head than the heart. Look, it's the heart that leads you, the head that leads the body. It's not the heart that is leading, it's the head that is leading. So before you even set in that, oh, I'm okay with it, the head has to do an examination. If you get to a place, the place is danger. You see danger, the heart get a signal. They work together. Even if we go to the medicine, when somebody is in coma, it means the heart has stopped beating, but the head is still alive. That's what it means. The only time it's declared dead is when the head is also off, the brain is also off. So when you get to business of marriage, you work with the two. Let your head lead you. Let me put feelings aside. It doesn't matter how I feel about you. Because sometimes people believe that the way I feel about you, I can change you or I can help you change. And I ask them, Satan was in heaven. It was with God. God loves Satan. Still God loves him. Why God couldn't change Satan? Now Satan is with us. These are the questions. Don't break that record. The reason is I can love you.
Don't break the record of God.
Yes. I will love you. I can love you, but I won't change you. I can't change you. You can only change when you want to love me back. That's what happened. So when these things comes in, it's for your own good. When people comes in doing your marriage and they are telling you ABC, it's not like Satan is around you, enviness and trouble. No, it's your own good.
It's your own good.
So sit down and analyze stuff like this. Put these feelings aside. It doesn't matter how the person feels about you. And that fear is when the person leaves, next person who will come, I won't be able to fall in love with that person. It's a lie. It's a lie.
Let's take those who have actually decided to heed to the advice of their parents, and now they are so old, nobody else is knocking on their doors. What about them?
Yeah, it happens. It's very sad. It's very sad because, and it's good that we are doing this kind of education. And I know that parents who are out there and listening to us wouldn't go to make this same mistake, because like you are saying, there are people who have waited. Their time came.
Let me activate the phone lines now. The phone line is now activated. You can join in the conversation. If you have any experience to share, go ahead, call us and share your experience. If you have any advice, why not contribute towards this particular topic?
Yeah. So like we're saying, if you try as much as possible to do your own thing, I mean, let me just go ahead, and I am settled with the man. I know that this one, he's the one who is good for me. The parents have their own opinion. Well, fine, it's good. But you ask yourself, keep asking yourself, why are they raising these issues? You see, there was this recent issue that came because of this work that we do. A certain guy who wanted to marry, and the parents were not in favor to that marriage. And the guy went ahead, pushing and pushing and pushing. They went, and the day they went for the engagement, when they entered the house, there were about 3 people chained in the house.
Chained?
Yes, in the house. They were chained. Chain. Yeah, bomb chain. Yeah, bomb chain.
Ghana.
Yes.
Let me answer this phone call. We'll continue with this particular conversation. I'm very interested in it. Hello, good morning, Stephen.
Yeah, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you too?
By His grace, I'm doing great.
Great.
My regards to cancellation.
Okay.
Right. You see, when it comes to marriage, there is a saying, and I believe in it very strongly, and I'm not imposing it on anyone. But you see, marriage is an eye-opener, but love is blind. You understand? Love is blind, but marriage is an eye-opener. But you see, we have a culture, and the culture which we are in is, we believe in family settings. And Ghana, we believe strongly in family, very strongly. And if someone is going into marriage, and the family is raising a red light and they are giving signal here and there, it is up to you to look at the person, examine the person, like what counselor say, examine the option that they have put before you, pray about it, seek the face of God. And I believe if it is the will of God for you to get married to that person, God can touch the heart of your parents and those who are giving you the real light. And then at the end of the day, you can also look at it from your perspective. And look at it. You see, sometimes you can love somebody, but at the end of the day, sometimes you will endanger yourself without you listening to the counsel. The Bible says that in the multitude of counsel, there is safety.
Right.
There is in the multitude of counsel, there is safety. So
thank you so much.
When you are entering into marriage, it is very imperative that you listen to people.
Thank you so much, Stephen. Thank you for calling.
Yeah.
Right. It's
So
very
like
important that you listen to people. Yes, like you were saying,
Yes.
the people were chained.
Chained.
Were slaves or what?
No, sir, you know.
They have mental problems. Okay.
And they are going to have, so that is the family that he was going into. Immediately, it's like the guy started having headache. He said he wants to go.
He
The
nearly
parents
got
said,
changed too, eh?
You want to go? You said we should follow you here. We are not going anywhere. We are doing the marriage. But they had to go. Let's flip it. There was another issue where the mother said she doesn't like the tribe of the man.
Okay.
And that they are coming from a certain, I said, now dear, one Kowari be a Ghana, when you're Ghana, and he said, I don't want to mention.
Okay.
Yes, but the person wasn't a Ghanaian. So, not knowing, the person, the guy was just too good.
Okay.
But later on, after consultation, you see, so you don't need to, when they raise issues, take your time and don't rush.
Do your own investigations.
Do your own investigations. Why is my mommy saying this? Then find time, speak to them, find other people who you know that your parents can listen to.
Right. Let me answer this phone call. Hello, good morning. Hello? Morning, that's saying. Me pa chokoso. Yo, yeah, that's so afraid. You are no. Counselor, I'll let you take this one. What do you do?
Oh, unware no. Udo akogedi no, udo no. Unya nka uni ni betina. Ba no nya wadwen se woni betina. Entina okwa won Entino udo bi a nya tintina sin pa kun be yukuna na de oyere. Manenko.
Linda, what do you say to that?
You see, don't sit in a car that is not going anywhere. A car that is parked and you are sitting in it, you remain there forever. Life is not a prison or a prison sentence. You should make your mind. You should have, you see, I tell young people that you should have relationship goals. Next 2 years, what am I doing? Next 5 years. So if the guy is wasting your time, you know that you have your plans.
Right. I want to ask this question. I have this call. Let me answer this call. Hello, good morning, Kojo.
Yes, good morning, madam.
Yes, how are you today?
Oh, I'm fine.
Great. So you've joined the conversation.
Yes, I would like to ask a question as a counselor.
Please go ahead.
Yes. In the case whereby where the parents are not allowing the marriage is religious issue, what would you? Religious and tribal issue.
Can you repeat your question, please? It's not too clear. Can you repeat it again?
Okay, I said in a case where everything the parents are not supporting the marriage is religion and tribal, what would you do?
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you. So in that case, what do you do, Counselor?
See, when you come to religion and that of a tribal, every tribe has their own culture, how they do things. Religion have the doctrine, how they do. So imagine the person who is going to get married has been raised in a certain culture, in a certain doctrine. That in my doctrine, I know that I have to marry only one person. I don't have to add one to it. In my doctrine, I had to go, because of my church activities, I had to go to all night at this time.
Yeah.
I have to go to church. Then you bridging that gap, you're going to meet somebody from different place. What you need to know is what keeps the marriage is how you deal with your challenges, which are the differences in the marriage, not the things we share in common, which are the similarities. Those people meet others and say, oh, we share a lot of things in common, so we find our true love. But you still meet somebody which have challenges. So the more challenge, more trouble.
Yeah.
So if the person is coming from different religion and you cannot move and stay in the same religion with the person, you are inviting more trouble.
You have to be very careful about it.
The last example I'll give, assuming Sunday, you have to go to church. And your spouse doesn't go to church. Sunday, I want to have sex with you. That alone can cause trouble in that house.
Very good. I have this caller. Hello, good morning, Becky.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Pacho, me where ba?
You, Becky, who very free La Paz, Pacho, yet you.
I'm a free La Paz. Pacho, would you make a better to drink?
Pacho, you, Koso.
Samura, assessment, ma, o ma mi ana papa de to say them for. And 24 say, Unyamia say, 25 say, Yamia say. I told you about Oma, and you know the Yami was free now, Suni. But the many day and Panson. Many people be the shower, we are very too fine. Utu man nya 8 years of attend so why can be coming. Na mini ya come ya be ya be ya five. Mr. Pani Jibi. Saka nya nya bu. I want to na ye nya so for why but the of mami a mini kunu.
Amen. Amen.
Eti abia bi wo na se ba wa kwa mu a, me se sabe brother, me nkunu shine brabachi onyame ho. Ne dia na kwan. Na mpani fo mu nyama bebre, na so ko ta kapa. Opani na ka bibi no ni nya bi e watri. Eti ye to so ni e ka mo ye no.
Becky, that's a pass out free, and Yamisha also.
Amen.
Well, this is a true life story. She just shared her life story with us. It means that sometimes, yes, I mean, our parents say these things and it's God speaking through them to us.
Yeah.
It's true.
But it's not always that is God speaking through them. So we need to look at it very well. Like I was saying, the other lady who also, the guy, this guy that's the man.
The one from outside.
From outside. Eventually, after a bit consultation, you see, the guys were very patient with their parents. And they didn't rush, hey, we'll marry, but they resort to prayer. And then some elderly people to talk to their parents. And trust me, the woman confessed that among all her children, even it is this in-law who takes good care of her. So much so that she feels that the guy is, looks like her own son.
Right.
The guy takes good care of her, even than the wife, her daughter.
Okay, her own daughter.
Her own daughter. So when you flip the other side of the coin, so it's not always that what the parents say. Sometimes it's trivial. Sometimes, like a psychologist will say, they are repressed memories.
Okay.
Repressed memories, something that have happened to them in the past. Somebody was raped by someone. You see, some of the things are so hurting. The parents can't tell you, this is what I went through. I was raped by such a person. But then, the fact that you were raped or something happened to you doesn't mean that your child is also going to experience that. Rosalind, that is not the only thing. Sometimes some of the parents think that I have taken care of you. Maybe I solely took care of you. So now that you are rich, I also have to enjoy.
So you need to marry a rich man. Counselor, I wanted to ask this question earlier. Let me answer this call again. Hello, good morning, Abna.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, how are you this morning? Yo. Sawa hu kawasam tre. Na adena o ma me say on penny. Then pant na ma o ma me say on penny sa ware no. Oh, sorry, we missed a call. But Patrick, how was like I don't na ya Beman obo. Or no obo.
Sometimes, but maintaining which maintaining was a band of time on
Sister, Beman ebo.
And like on the main phone, but like sometimes you are to have you are not on the whole and yet argument of the Diana on the way on the way. I
wasɛm bi a waka yi ɛwɔ sɛ wotie counseling ne paa ɛba abɛdi akyire no fafo ne to so na tie efutu a yɛde bɛba bɛma wo wei deɛ ɛnyɛ agorɔ asɛm koraa ɛyɛ life and death matter enti tie efutu wei wo deɛ fafo ne to so na tie efutu wei. Counselor, what advice you have for
8 years you are dating the person. The reason why you are not getting married to the person is because there's issues. There's issue, and they have not dealt with the issue. That's why they keep on counting the age, the years. They have not dealt with the issue. Sometimes in a relationship or marriage, it's not because the couples fight too much. It's because they have not fight enough. Enough is like, yeah, breast and takwa. It's just too much. What actually is the case? Can we face it? She's not doing this. The fact that he's taking care of him, it means that I'm under authority. Anything you want to do to me, you can do to me. And that is what is happening. So as far as somebody pay for you or take care of you, that's no means that a person should abuse you one way or another.
Yes, Linda, this is a case whereby the gentleman beats her, and she says sometimes, Kaneno, these are some of the signs you were talking about.
Seesaw marriage. We cry ye kukuru ni ebeswa. Ye kukuru ni ebeswa, like the accounts will say. So these are red flags. This one is a runaway. It is telling you. So one day, now it is just fighting. Oh. When she gets married to you, now when you're licensed now, Obekun.
And this is the case whereby the mother loves her so much, and the mother says no.
Out of love and protection.
We need to continue this conversation next week because we need to delve deeper into this topic, and definitely we'll open the phone lines for those of you at home to join in this conversation. My guests for today have been Councillor Frank Adofoli, who is the CEO of Share Your Worry. He's a councillor, an author, a speaker, and a motivator. Also, Linda Mante, of course, Mrs. Linda Mante, who is owner, CEO of LM Group, and she's a public speaker. Thank you so much for coming here today, and we'll see you next week. Yes, I want your numbers out there. Linda, please, can you put yours out there first?
0243 90 20 95, and you can follow me on Facebook, Linda Mante, Instagram, and LinkedIn.
Okay, and for you, Councillor?
020 677 4279. You can reach me on Facebook, WhatsApp. I'm all over the social media and even the internet.
Councillor Adofoli. Thank you so much for coming. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Never really thought I could feel this way. Man, you know, but you surprised me. You love me in a special type of way. That man in your when you can hear. What can me mean your way? Oh, what day me day. What's this? I'm here singing now. What day should I would die me? Shit, you die me. Man, dream was a man who would do pampen sway. Shit, you die. And so I don't move my hand to shit, you die. Too many, I won't go on a mean way. But what could my shaman's
Fridays are always great days for us to come your way, and we expect that you have learned a lot from the conversations that have gone on from the time we started till now that we're ending. Thank you so much for being part of the show.
Exactly, and it's quite surprising that today's was all about the counseling and the relationships and the marriage and all of that. Well, we know that this weekend is going to be a great one. It's a long weekend for those of you at home. It's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then you go back to work on Tuesday. Long weekend, but make good use of the weekend.
My name is Sedinam Patricia Megashi, and thank you for watching.
And mine is Rosalind Feli. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Africa.